With my company sample file still open, now that all the payroll items are set up, we can edit our individual employees for those items. Get into the Employees section by clicking Employees on the home screen. To edit an existing employee, you can right-click on their name and choose Edit Employee or double-click on them. Change to the Payroll Info tab. Here's where you can choose to modify any of these settings. I'm going to click Cancel to close out of this employee because I want to create a brand new one from scratch. Click New Employee on the top left-hand side of the screen. I can fill in the name. And once I fill in all the other details, I'm ready to change to the Payroll Info tab. Here is where you can put in all of their payroll info. For example, in the regular pay field, you can put in what their annual salary is or what their hourly rate is. After that, you can start going in and adding any additional values. For example, their sick salary, vacation, overtime, and more. On the left-hand side is where you put in their earnings. On the right-hand side is where you put in their deductions and company contributions you want them to have. If I click inside Item Name, it's going to pull deductions from the item list. Here's where you can choose from things like health insurance, workers' comp, mileage reimbursement. You can even click to add a brand new one. I'll select health insurance. Here's where I can put in the amount I want deducted from their paycheck. Sometimes it will get automatically populated. You'll notice in the last video that when we created our dental account, we put in the flat fee that we want deducted from their paycheck. QuickBooks already knows about it. So when I select dental, it's already going to fill in that amount for me. I can also specify whether or not I want them to have direct deposit and their tax information. If I click Taxes, here's where I can fill out their filing status and any additional allowances they have and extra withholding they want taken out of their paycheck. Also, any other costs that they're subject to, such as Social Security and federal unemployment tax. Click OK when you're done with this screen. Finally, you can click Sick and Vacation to specify their sick and vacation options, such as how they're accrued and any maximum number of hours that they can accrue. When you're done with this screen, click OK. Now, we can set up a payroll schedule for this employee. If you want to be reminded when to do their payroll, you can keep all of your employees on a certain payroll schedule. You can group them together also. QuickBooks, by default, will put it in as a bi-weekly schedule. But in the payroll schedule area, you can click Add New. You might want to put in your own schedule, for example, weekly. In the drop-down, choose how often you're going to be paying your employees on this schedule. I gave it the name Weekly, and I can choose an end date for the pay period. Finally, I need to specify the date that should appear on their paychecks. The difference here is that the paychecks may go out 3 to 5 days or more after the pay period ends. It all depends on when the money gets taken from your bank. Click OK. Now that you've set up a weekly payroll schedule, if there's any other employees that you want to group with that schedule, you can edit those employees also. I'll click OK on the Employee Payroll Schedule tab. Click OK on the employee. And for now, I'll click Leave As Is for their payroll information. If I want to edit any other employee, I can double-click on their name, change to the Payroll Info tab, and in the Payroll Schedule, I can now choose the new weekly one that we've set up. I'll click the blue OK button, and now we've edited multiple employees. That's it for setting up a payroll schedule. Up next, let's actually pay our employees.